my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a fresh episode of FM22's The Hall of Famer. And we bring a season 14 to an end with part 3 of the season today. If you've missed part 2, it's linked above. If you've missed part 1 and 2, make sure you go and check them both out on the channel, my friends. But we end with another couple of finals. Let's get into it. So last time out, gang, we basically got caught up on where the team was at in the Premier League and where we were with the January transfer window and with our first cup final of the season. We obviously won the EFL Cup final against Aston Villa, but since then, we've gone on to secure the Premier League title again and secure ourselves a place in the FA Cup and Champions League final. Unbelievable effort from the boys. I'm going to show you how they play out in a moment. But as far as the Premier League was concerned, you will see it kind of played out like this. In the month of March, we came up against Norwich in the 5th round of the FA Cup, a 3-2 win. In extra time, Norwich took us to heavily rotated team for us. They did score a 97th minute goal, but it was us that sealed the deal in extra time. 107th minute through Federico Pereira, who you were introduced to last time. In the Premier League, there was only 2 games played, a 2-0 against Sheffield United and a 2-0 against Fulham that kept us well on track to the Premier League title. We played Ajax in the second leg of the Champions League knockout round, a 2-0 win. We go through 5-1 on aggregate. Chelsea were in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. We battered them 3-0. Yaya Tunk with a brace in the game. We go marching on. We move into the month of April, and as far as the Premier League is concerned, you can see it was a bit of a stop-start month. There were wins, but a big, heavy defeat to Manchester City as well. A 3-1 against Bournemouth, a 3-1 against Everton, a 5-3 defeat against Manchester City. Unbelievable. We always seem to have absolute barnstormers against them. A 2-1 against Arsenal, and we finish it with a 2-1 against Liverpool. As far as the other competitions are concerned, though, in the Champions League, we came up against Atletico Madrid. 2-1 in the first leg, a 4-1 in the second leg. That's 6-2 on aggregate. We then came up against Newcastle in the semi-final, and in the first leg, a 1-0 win. You will see in the FA Cup, we progressed into the final with a 3-2 win against Leeds United in the semi-final. The FA Cup was just a mad competition for us in this particular year, with so many goals scored against the teams. We then moved into the month of May and we finished off our Champions League campaign with a 2-0 win against Newcastle, meaning we go through to the final 3-0 on aggregate. A really good run to the final and another final in the Champions League. West Ham really are becoming a dominant force. We finished off the Premier League season with a 5-1 against Manchester United, a 3-0 against Southampton and a 1-1 against Leeds United. I will show you the final league table after the 2 finals. First up FA Cup, second up will be Champions League. Let's do it. So first up is that of the FA Cup, ladies and gents, and we take on Liverpool in this year's competitions final. And yeah, we didn't make it to the FA Cup final last year. Manchester City knocked us out quite early doors, didn't they? But it's nice to see that we've bounced back this season and we take on a very big club in Liverpool. They've been a bit stop-start in recent years in the Premier League, but I just think our dominance and Manchester United's spending power have really affected them in their march to the top of the Premier League. Manchester City obviously had a very dominant run before. We now have our dominant run in the league as well. It's pretty ridiculous. But anyway, the early stages of this game, 15 minutes gone, and West Ham very much on top. Liverpool controlling possession, but the most important statistics, as we all know, are those shot statistics, because those are the ones that are going to lead to the goals. If we're looking at Liverpool's team, they've got some pretty good players still, though, haven't they? Trent Alexander-Arnold still going strong, as is Cop Minor in the midfield, the Atalanta centre mid in real life. We're just going to demand a bit more out of the lads as it goes. Harvey Elliott Aronson, who has just signed for Leeds in real life, and they've got Raspadori up front as well, a player who I really rate. Here we go, early doors, and it's going to be West Ham, and it's going to be 1-0 to the Hammers from a throw-in. It's easy, and Sabanda loves a back post header. That's going to be 1-0 to the West Ham. I didn't doubt it at all. I see the arm go up, I just knew that one was going to be included. So that's right, to Sabanda, the wingers, connecting again. It's one of the big things in this tactic that I absolutely love, is those flying wingers and the fact that they cross deep and they're both very good in the air. And they score so many goals every single season. And then you kind of compile that with Mr. Makoko through the middle. And yeah, it makes for a delicious recipe, as we've just had one hit the post and then a good save from the goalkeeper. And West Ham very much dominating this final and looking like the FA Cup is coming back to East London again. The trophy cabinet is extremely full, to the point where the board are considering buying the ground so they can build a new trophy room. Yes, it's got that silly. We are moving into half-time potentially, 45 minutes, 1 minute added on. And they're going to get their halftime team talk from past me, because remember, I'm bringing this to you in the future. This is all kind of pre-played now. I've asked you, numerous times, what are you making of the new format? People have said they do still like the long-form series, which was actually music to my ears, because I think I'm still going to continue then with at least one long form series, but I'm going to be throwing some testers out soon about for some short form series as well, because I kind of want to combine the two to kind of get more eyes on the Football Manager content. That's a good save from the goalkeeper there, so that basically we can bring more people to the channel watching it. I think just having one long form series a season doesn't really help, so I think what we're going to do next time out is we're going to have our long form series that kind of goes out weekly the way it kind of has this year. That's a good ball over the top and Bakoko scores. Then that's going to be pretty much game, set and match for Liverpool, in my opinion, because West Ham don't usually let leads slip from here, and that is a goal. But yeah, like I was saying, I think the long-term series is nice. We can upload it 2 or 3 times a week, and then we can do nice like little short-term series like this one that maybe we upload a couple of times a week as well, and they just will supplement each other in a really nice way. And the shorter form as well will give people who prefer that, and the long form give people that prefer that, so there'll be something for everyone, essentially, where Football Manager is concerned, is kind of what I'm trying to say. You will have seen on the channel recently, I'm double uploading on certain days now. I really don't mind doing it. So there's more than enough time slots. If I was to double upload every day, that's 14 slots a week. So there's more than enough slots to get all of my content out that I want to on the channel. But as this game ticks along, it's very much being controlled by West Ham, hasn't it? Liverpool trying to get back into it. I've had a couple of chances since I've been waffling about the FM content going forward. But Alfonso now is on the football. He's going to drive that into the midfield. Declan Rice has come on, by the way. And that's into Makoko. And that's a good save from the goalkeeper this time. But yeah, Declan Rice not playing as many games this season. A lot of that is just that he is getting on, and we've got to start looking to the future. As Rice now on the ball, box like that, into Noble Sabanda, ball through into Makoko, and he's missed 3 absolute sitters in this game. We're going to bring Quartes on for Sabanda. We do have the Champions League final to think about, and Ovchinnikov is going to come on as well to play for us in the midfield area. Been able to rest some players for this, which has been very nice. And yeah, we're into the last 15 minutes of this match now, and I don't see Liverpool coming back. And this would be another FA Cup triumph for West Ham during the course of my managerial career. One thing is for certain though, we've had far more success in the Carabao Cup than we have in the FA Cup. This has been a far more difficult competition to win during the course of this series. I will say that much, my friends. But into the last 5 minutes, and then with whatever injury time is added on, but it's going to be ours, isn't it? Liverpool have been pretty poor in this final, even Steven on the possession, but as far as the shots were concerned, and as far as that cutting edge in front of goal is concerned, it's all West Ham. But Liverpool did drive in there. That was a good pass. Now Makoko though is going to come away with the football. He comes into Nicholas Wright. It's a beautiful attacking play at the minute. That's into Rice, back into Wright. What a ball, and that's going to be Nahul Quartes in the 92nd minute to seal the deal and bring the FA Cup back to East London. Claret and blue ribbons will be tied to the side, and that is that. The biggest domestic cup in the world, in my opinion, comes back to West Ham. And it's now time for the Champions League final, ladies and gentlemen, and this time out it's an all-English final as West Ham take on Manchester United, and this is going to be a barnstormer. Manchester United were there or thereabouts all season long, like a bad smell basically in the Premier League, and now these two teams get to meet in the most elite of stages in the Champions League. It's currently obviously 0-0. We've got 10 minutes into the game and nothing has really happened, but as is the case, these two cancel each other out. Early on though, Leon Boxleitner has picked up an injury and we're going to bring Luis Nascimento on to replace him. He's been a very, very good little player for us as Nascimento over the last couple of seasons. Obviously, if I was doing this as a bit more of a long-term series, you would have got to know him a bit better, as you would have a few of the youngsters that we kind of brought into the team early, have nurtured through the ranks and then brought into the first team. But you know, as I've said a few times, this is just makes the most sense now to do the series like this because we don't have the time to get it finished otherwise. But that's a good ball through for Manchester United, and they're going to take the lead in the Champions League final through Jadon Sancho. I'm not sure if it's going to stand. For me, it looked like it was onside, but I'm not entirely sure. No, it's disallowed. Jadon Sancho doesn't give Manchester United the lead, and it's still 0-0 in the Champions League final. But yeah, like I say, the shorter form series just wouldn't work now. Obviously, I would imagine the new FM is going to come out early November like it does most years, and so probably, I would imagine, from sort of late September, we'll start getting drip-fed information about the new game. Assuming we're getting an FM23, I'd be really surprised if we don't, as that is going to go down as an unbelievable miss there for Manchester United, because it's just become an extremely popular game as a Football Manager. Manchester United very much on top of this Champions League final, as you can all see. So yeah, that's kind of that was kind of my thinking. I wanted to give this series the send-off it deserved, and I wouldn't have been able to do that if I'd have carried on, you know, uploading a few episodes, 10 episodes a season basically is kind of how it was working out. It was anywhere between 10, we were averaging anywhere between 10 and 12 episodes a season, and that is a lot of content to kind of be pumping out as well. But anyway, this is Makoko, that's Sabanda. It's a good save by Vasquez, and but it's a good chance fashion from West Ham. It's been a pretty slow start for us, but that was a lot better. It's into the midfield for Manchester United now as they try to build from the back and take the lead in this European Cup final. But we've cut it out. It's into Makoko. He drives forward. It's a good save from Vasquez again. This Vasquez in goal for Manchester United is honestly a ridiculous goalkeeper. He really is. He's on mega wages as well, but he is a ridiculous goalkeeper. He's been there for donkeys and donkeys and donkeys. He really has. He's kind of grown at Manchester United into a phenomenal keeper. We've got obviously one of our own. You will notice, by the way, Thomas Eade is playing in goal in this Champions League final. Gomez picked up an injury and we didn't have him available. Isn't that incredible? We had players suspended as well for this final. I should be showing you the lineups and whatnot. But yeah, we had big injuries going into this one, and it was not easy to get through it. As you can see, look, Trevor Cavell playing left back. That's because of Raisha having issues. We have Thomas Eade in goal. That's because of Gomez having issues. So yeah, you can kind of see how strong our team is, though, that we can lose two key players. And Yusufu Makoko, ever the optimist, has just nicked in there, and he's just absolutely cleaned up some filthy work at the back from Manchester United to make it 1-0. It's a snatch and grab if you're kind of thinking about it. But we've definitely grown into the game, very much kind of on top of it now. That's a great tackle from Cavell, a player who I was saying was brought in for this final, and he's done some good work there. Now Sabanda, though, goes back to him. It's into Nascimento. We're going to build from the back as we always do. Declan Rice in the midfield, playing a very important cup final for us. That's a ball over the top into Makoko. He's going to drive at him. It's a good save from Vasquez again, though. He's probably been saved 3 or 4 shots from Makoko alone in this game. So he's keeping them in it. But that's a good ball into the box. It's headed away. But at the minute, it's West Ham's final to lose. We're nearly at that hour mark, which is the magic moment when I make changes for the sake of making changes. Anyone that's watched me play Football Manager long enough knows that I'm a bit of a terror for that. But we're going to bring Perea on for Nicholas Wright, who was having a bit of a stinker. We're going to put him up front and then play Makoko as an inside forward. Not something I do a lot, but I've realised that with Makoko I can get away with it because he's that damn good. And in all honesty, Makoko Perea, if I could make that work, would be better than playing Nicholas Wright now, because Perea is, trust me when I say this, a ridiculously talented footballer. We've got ourselves an absolute steal with that player, the money paid for him and what he could become. I really do believe it. Right though, that's a ball over the top and it's into Perea, and it's a really good defensive block this time. To be fair to United, they're getting undone with those balls over the top, but they are managing to defend it very, very well and keeping it very honest. This game at the moment is still just the 1-0, and that is anybody's for the taking. One goal from United and it is level. They're back in it. Ball over the top again. Doesn't work this time. The ball was a bit heavy. Perea can't get there. Vasquez is going to try and start something for Manchester United with just over 15 minutes to go in this Champions League Cup final. That's good play from Makoko to cut it out though. It's an overlay into Sabanda. Perea, Makoko, back to Perea. And it's a good save again from Vasquez, the thorn in West Ham's side in this Champions League final. It's going to be a corner. It's headed. It's out. It's going to be a dead highlight. We all know this now, but Voss picks it up. Is it going to be a dead highlight as he drives forward? The defending weren't really there. Perez Lazat now. Now they've got Musiala. It's a very good team that Manchester United have assembled, to be fair to them. We're just going to take a quick look at what they've been doing there. Brought Kulusevski on, who is excellent. Probably aging a bit where this is concerned. We are obviously at the end of our 14th season now. Sabanda's going to make way for Quartez in this game. I feel like the wingers didn't really get going in this one, but very much cancelled out by Manchester United's very good defensive line. And with 10 minutes to go, it is still West Ham in the lead and dominating on the stats. 17 shots, 10 on target. Just Manchester United slightly controlling the possession in this one. It's been a very physical game, as you can see. Plenty of fouls from both teams, and so many corners for West Ham, with just the one goal to show from it. But Yaya Toure gives the ball away, and now Kulusevski is going to drive at the West Ham defence. No one wants to tackle. The ball comes over, but Makoko was there and waiting. That one's cleared, and that is sloppy. You've kind of gifted it back to Manchester United. That's good header, though. Makoko, where's he going to go? Inside to Rice. Yaya, ball over the top. Perea's pace is ridiculous, and Perea, with the finish of finishes, he chips it over the goalkeeper, and with no time left, he has brought the Champions League final and trophy to a halt and back to West Ham United. It's sloppy at the back again there. They look like we're going to have a mix-up between the defender and the goalkeeper. Manchester United need something, and they need something fast, don't they? With just 4 minutes to go, and they might have just been gifted it from the goalkeeper this time. The keeper, both ends, has gifted a goal for the other team. That is ridiculous. There is barely any time added on though, and hopefully, just hopefully, that is going to be that. The Champions League is coming back to West Ham and East London, and West Ham are dominating European football. And so as a result of that, my friends, we have won everything but that UEFA Super Cup. We just couldn't do it, could we? We couldn't secure that and win all 6. But as far as the rest of the competitions are concerned, we have absolutely smashed it once again this season. A really good win at an All-English Champions League final against Manchester United. As far as the league's concerned, we did end up running away with it towards the end. 104 points, a record for the Premier League. West Ham have set 34 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats, 104 points on the board. You'll see Yusuf Makoko with 37 league goals in this season. What an incredible effort by the German striker, with an average rating of 8.22 as well. You'll see Andre Gomez, 1 clean sheet behind Vasquez of Manchester United, 19 for the season. Not bad from a 38-game year, but Manchester United are heads and shoulders above the rest of the league, and we are head and shoulders above Manchester United. It doesn't quite seem fair at the moment on everybody else in the Premier League. Big shock though, Leicester City relegated. We just go back, gang. I'll just show you the Champions League. Makoko finished third top goal scorer in that as well. Unbelievable effort from the lad. And then as far as the other competitions are concerned, yeah, it was pretty plain sailing. FIFA Club World Cup is where we will be beginning next season though, so don't miss that, my friends. Only one last thing to show you before we finish today. Where are we now on the Hall of Fame? And we have shot all the way up to 8th on the Hall of Fame list as a result of today's wins in those finals, and off the back of this fantastic season where we secured 5 trophies from a possible 6. You will now see 4 teams managed, and yes, it's getting spicy. 2,917 points. We're still absolutely miles off Sir Alex Ferguson, and I genuinely don't think we're going to do it before we finish this series. I've actually only really got another couple of seasons in me of the series, to be honest with you, before I think we need to call it quits. We're getting towards the end of this game's life cycle, and there's a couple of things I want to try with the game to kind of prepare myself and test a few series ideas going into FM23. So unless we can secure it in the next maybe 2 or 3 seasons, Sir Alex is going to sit firmly at the top for a long, long time. So there you have it, my friends. We're done and dusted for another episode of FM22's The Hall of Famer. Be sure to join me next time, though, for the first part of Season 15, where we talk transfers and all of the early season competitions, including the FIFA World Club Cup this time. So do not miss it, my friends. But until then, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Drop a like on this video if you've enjoyed it. But until next time, saluting you all. Stay safe, stay humble, and I'll see you real soon.